welcome back friends. Welcome back to Let's Read Books series. Today we'll study Campbell Biology. Campbell Biology hard copy cost 19,000 rupees, so it is useless to purchase anything. So I just download this book and find a very beautiful content that worth discussing. Today we'll discuss level of different types of plant defense that a plant adopt, evolutionary gift for the plant that they use to protect themselves against herbivory. So let's read this beautiful article with 7 different level of defense system. First, molecular level of defense. You see, the most of the plants, they secrete some sort of chemical that actually deter the different types of predator, and they avoid them by secreting those type of different chemicals. So they are saying at the molecular level, plant produce some chemical compound that deter means they repel or don't allow the attacker to come nearby. These compounds are typically terpenoids, phenolic compounds, drugs like alkaloids. Some terpenoids mimic insect hormone and cause insect to molt permanently. This phenomenon is very interesting. So this is causing the molting process in insect and they die. Some example of phenolics are tannins, which have unpleasant taste and hinder the digestion of proteins. Their synthesis is often enhanced following attack. The opium is very popular. Papaver somniferum is the source of the narcotic alkaloids, morphine, the heroin, codeine, etc. These drugs accumulate in the secretory cells called lactifers. So in this picture you can see here, the milky white substances are secreted by these opium seeds, the opium fruits, when the plant is damaged. Now, next level of defense is cellular level of defense. Some plants or plant cells specialized for deterring herbivores like trichomes, or they have some sort of leaf that is very difficult to masticate or very difficult to chew. So on the leaf, the stem hinder the access of chewing insect. Lactifers and more generally, the central vacuole of the plant cell may serve as storage. Depot of the chemical that deter herbivores. Deter means again the same thing, to repel. Idioblast, a specialized cell found in leaves and stem of many species including taro. Some idioblast contain needle-shaped crystals of calcium oxalate and graphite. Let's change the color. Yellow will be better to visualize the things. So there is a graphites. In the picture you have the corresponding picture reflecting the text. They penetrate soft tissue of the tongue and the palate, making it easier for an irritant produced by the plant. So it's not very easy to eat those things. It's a cellular level of defense. Possibly a protease to enter animal tissue and cause temporary swelling of the lips, mouth. So it is a kind of an irritation for them. The crystal act as a carrier for the irritant. This is the statement they are explaining over here. Now, enabling to see deeper into the herbivore's tissue, irritant is destroyed by cooking. So if these vegetables are edible for mankind, we can cook it properly. Next, tissue level defense is a similar kind of thing that make the thing very difficult to masticate or chew. You follow? So some leaves deter herbivores by being especially make it very difficult or tough to chew as a result of extensive growth of a thick hardening sclerenchyma tissue. So if you have a covering of sclerenchyma that is very difficult, hard to break, this will make the things not edible. Bright orange cells with a thick cell wall seen in the cross section through major vein of olive leaf. The picture is given here. So Olea euphoria, Europea, are tough sclerenchyma fibers. Next is organ level of defense. Here you can see a picture. Some leaves are looking like it's already being eaten. So normally predator, they don't like to eat the leaf that is already being eaten, but it is a tricks. So you see the shape of a plant organ. It is an organ level of defense that deter herbivores by causing pain or making the plant appear unappealing. The spine modified into from leaves is very popular example. Then thorns modified stems. Another example, provide mechanical defense against herbivores. Bristle on the spine of some cacti have fearsome bulbs that actually tear, that penetrate the flesh, and when you try to remove it, it's like an arrow kind of effect. The leaf of the snowflake plant look as if it's been partially eaten. This is the picture that is given here. It looks like a human palm, so it's a palmate. So it's making it less attractive. Some plants mimic the presence of, now you can increase the speed of the video 1.5x to save your time, right? Some plants mimic the presence of insect eggs on their leaves, this dissuading insect from laying eggs here. That means insects don't feel to lay eggs over there. They are very choosy. cozy for the place where they are going to lay eggs. Now the leaf glands of some specially species of passion flower closely imitate the bright yellow eggs. It looks like an egg, but this is not an egg. So this sort of egg mimicry on leaf, organ level of defense. Next, organismal level of defense. Here you can see mechanical damage by herbivores can greatly alter a plant's entire physiology, deterring further attack. For example, a species of wild tobacco called, the scientific name is given here, Nicotiana, changes the timing of flowering. Means they're the timing of blooming. When they're supposed to bloom, it can be changed. There is an organism level difference. So it normally flowers at night, emitting a chemical benzyl acetone, which attract the hawk moths, the insect, as a pollinator. Unfortunately for the plant, the moth often lay eggs on the leaves that they pollinate, and the larvae are herbivorous. So it is eating up the leaves. When the plants become too larva infested, they stop producing those chemicals. Now those insects are not going to come and instead open their flowers at dawn, early morning, when the moths are gone. They are then pollinated by hummingbirds. So it is a beautiful tricks they use. Research has shown that the oral secretion from munching larvae triggered the dramatic shift in the timing of flower opening. Next level of defense is a population level of defense. Some insect, a coordinated behavior at the population level helps defend against herbivores, mostly from the herbivores. Some plants can communicate their distress from attack by releasing molecules that warn nearby plants of some species. For examples, you can read, they have given an example of lima bean plant infested with spider mites release a cocktail of chemical that signal news of the attack to non-infested lima bean plants. In response, these neighbors instigate biochemical changes. So it is a population level. It works in the level of population. Biochemical changes that make them less susceptible to attack. Another type of population level defense is phenomenon in some species called masting, in which population synchronously produce a massive amount of seed. So it is a synchronized production of seed after a long interval, regardless of the environmental condition. And internal clock signal each plants in the population that is a time to flower. The bamboo population, for example, grow vegetatively for decades and suddenly flower on mass, like it sometimes flower after 12 years or 10 years. So sudden there is a gap and sudden there is a blooming. Set seed and die. As much as 8,000 kilo of bamboo seeds are released per hectare. Much more than the local herbivores, mostly rodents, can eat. As a result, some seeds escape the herbivores' attention and germinate and grow. Last but not the least, community level of defense. Group of population makes the community, so some plants species recruit predatory animals that help defend the plant against specific herbivores. Now, parasitoid like a wasp, for example, inject their egg into caterpillars feeding on the plants. The eggs hatch within the caterpillar and the larvae eat through their organic container from the inside out. The larvae then form cocoons. You can see the picture how they are forming the things on the surface of the host before emerging as adult wasps. The plant has an active role in this drama. Leaf damaged by caterpillar release compound that attract parasitoids and wasp. The stimulus for this response is a combination of physical damage to the leaf caused by the munching caterpillar and a specific compound in the caterpillar saliva. So it is your community level of defense. So these are the 7 tactics, 7 defense mechanism displayed by the plants, like molecular, cellular, tissue, organism, population. So it is a beautiful content that describe all this sort of mechanism through which plant defense against herbivory. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time. Thank you for watching.